Alright, so what's going on, guys? Yes, Happy New Year 2018, and I'm back at it again in here for the video for you guys for today. Not only that, I got a new intro and outro before we get into the latest and newest episode of Pro Wrestling Today with that new intro. Alright, so yes, as you see with the new intro, now we get into the latest episode of Pro Wrestling Today. Just wanted to talk about a few things since there really hasn't been a whole lot to really talk about, hence why I've been doing other stuff. So I'm going to be really talking about very briefly about what happened with Chris Jericho and Kenny Omega at Wrestle Kingdom 12, and of course looking forward into what's going to be happening with the Women's Royal Rumble. So I'm going to be talking about mainly two things here in this one episode, so I would have talked about more, but it is what it is, and we'll see when it comes to the rest of the other episodes for Pro Wrestling Today. And whatever else happens, I'll be sure to try and cover it the best that I can. So with that being said, let's get right into it with Wrestle Kingdom 12. Pretty briefly, what I really did was watch the interviews first and make sure I got more familiar about the matchup and everything, even though I knew a little bit going into it, since everybody was talking about it. And I do like Chris Jericho, of course. I've been following Kenny Omega stuff for quite a while. I do watch New Japan here and there. I don't really talk about it as much, but I just basically, watch all other wrestling companies besides WWE and TNA, aka Impact Wrestling. So I do try and check out everything else when I do can. So especially now with the Fight app, I recently got that, so I was able to catch up on Ring of Honor. I haven't really seen New Japan on there, which kind of sucks, but I was able to watch the match on YouTube. It was well worth it. And you basically saw it all between these two, and it was basically a no DQ match for the United States Championship that they do have, and they actually really have dope belts, which, for the indies and everything, they have, really cool designs, and even Impact Wrestling to a certain extent too, that they have, belts that actually stand out, which I wish WWE would actually do, since, the titles, have a unique look and everything, and New Japan's are actually gold belts. You don't really see gold belts literally anymore. So, I do like that and how things came about. Saw, steel chair shots and everything, and these two just basically went all out. And of course, Kenny Omega did keep his title and everything to keep things going, so I don't think this is going to be continuing on that. I know Kenny Omega, I've been hearing rumors that he might show up in WWE. He was looking to, at one point and stuff like that. It would be cool to see these two in the Royal Rumble match, which should be coming up too. So I don't know what's the status on Kenny Omega at this point, so you never really know, and anything can really happen. So I just wanted to touch briefly on that, and definitely well worth it. If you haven't checked it out, at least watch that match from Wrestle Kingdom. I have seen other ones before where Jim Ross was there, and I know, I think Josh Matthews at one point, Matt Striker at one point too. Yeah, so basically Matt Striker was there, and then Jim Ross, I've seen those two from what I remember. But yeah, it's been a while actually, so yeah, it's definitely something to look forward to. It's basically like the WrestleMania. I got that type of vibe of it and everything, so it's really cool. It's a different atmosphere and everything, so I do like that, just to see something different. And if you're looking for an alternative to watch too, definitely go check it out. So I highly recommend that. Then we get into the Women's Royal Rumble, which is pretty insane that's really happening. So now we got two Royal Rumbles now, whether or not it's going to open the Royal Rumble itself and then end things off with the Men's Royal Rumble. That remains to be seen. So I'm looking forward to see who's going to be in it. I'm sure most of the women's roster, of course, obviously is looking to be there, and I'm sure women from the past like Trish Stratus, who's looking to, I'm sure, make her return in the Rumble. Lita, I'm sure maybe women like Victoria would be in there, some people that we haven't seen in such a long time. So I'm really curious to see how they're going to actually plan things out with that. And I'm sure maybe we'll get some NXT call-ups in there, and then we'll see some like debuts and returns, which is well enough to see what's going to be happening there, so I would expect that. So we'll see who's going to be either facing Charlotte Flair for SmackDown Live for the SmackDown Women's Championship, and for Raw for Alexa Bliss and everything. I don't really have like a winner per se. I mean, the obvious one would go with Asuka for that one. As of right now, Trish Stratus would be cool. Obviously, Mickey James as of right now. So I'll get more into that when predictions come around and stuff like that. And I might do some live reactions with that, since I know I'm looking to hang out with Chris again for the Royal Rumble and stuff like that. I got other stuff planned, so I'll leave that in the near future for other plans to be said a little bit more. And yeah, so 2018, especially for shows that I've been checking out too lately, it's looking pretty promising. So I'm looking to try and go at least to 1 or 2 shows this year. So we'll see when it comes to that as a side note and update. But that's about it. Just wanted to touch about a couple of things. Like I said, not really too many things. That's basically buzzing around, if you will, on that. So yeah, just what are your own thoughts if you check out Wrestle Kingdom with Chris Jericho and Kenny Omega, and your own thoughts on the Women's Royal Rumble? What were your reactions on it? Who do you think is going to win? Who do you think is going to return? And all that in between. So I will be back for my Royal Rumble predictions, and of course my review possible reactions if you're looking forward to seeing that. So definitely leave a like, subscribe, and all that in between, and we'll discuss things in the comment box as well, and keep the discussion going as always. So hopefully you guys enjoy your 2018. Hopefully you had a great holiday and everything else, and we'll see what 2018 brings for the rest of the year and in wrestling in general. So until then, I'll catch you guys in the next video, whatever the hell the next video may be, and roll that outro.